welcome back to Tiamat's Tarot, or welcome if you're new here. So today I am going to be doing something a little bit different that I haven't done before. So it is going to be the start of a series that I am doing, and this series is going to be called How to Be the Queen of Your Castle. So the first episode today we are going to be discussing self-care. So I've put together a little reading to do today, to do some oracle and some tarot, to understand exactly where you are at the moment in life, exactly what it is that you need to do, and exactly what spirit is calling you to focus on right now. So yes, with that being said, let's get into your reading. I won't waffle on any longer, sorry. So now just make sure that you get comfortable, make sure that you relax, make sure that you grab a drink if you've got one, or maybe if you smoke, maybe get smoke, whatever it is that you need to do to relax. Maybe do a meditation, just relax, because this is going to be a nice in-depth reading for you today. Okay, so today we're going to have pile number 1 with this beautiful pyrite stone. And your card says, action is the foundational key to success. This is a quote by Pablo Picasso. Now with pile number 2 we have this beautiful chunk of natural raw amethyst, and we have this message, be strong, be fearless, be beautiful, by Misty Copeland. Now over here in pile number 3 we have this beautiful lovely rough lapis lazuli stone, or lazuli, however you say it. And your quote says, keep your eyes on the stars but remember to keep your feet on the ground. And that is by Theodore Roosevelt. So just take a moment to meditate, take a moment to really tap into the energies. Take a moment to use your intuition to make sure that you are choosing with your third eye and not your physical eyes as well. Now you can pause if you need another moment. We will now get into pile number 2. Pile number 1. Whoops. It's because I was moving pile number 2 as I said it. Hello pile number 1. Welcome to your reading all about what should you be doing for your self-care. I've just messed it all up now. Sorry about that pile number 1. I'm guessing you guys might be a little bit nervous, because I'm feeling a little bit nervous and ungrounded right now. So that may be the energy that is coming through right now. This is also my first time doing anything like this, so please bear with me. This is your self-care forecast. Anyway, so I can already see with this card here that you are having a crown chakra and a heart chakra awakening at the moment. When you have a joint crown chakra and heart chakra awakening, this is a beautiful experience. What happens is when you open both your heart and your mind to new possibilities, it is a very, very warm experience. It's a very, very loving experience. It feels almost like a kiss on your shoulders and your head from spirit and from the angels, because you start to realize, especially at this time of the year, as the veil is at its thinnest. However, this is going to be a timeless reading, but this is definitely a time when you can connect to other realms. I'm getting that you are someone who is highly psychic. You may be clairaudient as well. I'm getting the feeling that you're definitely clairaudient, because I heard lots of children laughing there. And I'm also getting the feeling that you may be clairsentient, but just take it how it resonates. And so I'm feeling, first of all, overall for this reading, that you need to make sure that you are grounding yourself. You need to make sure that you are focusing on the physical reality, because at times we can get actually caught up in the higher realms, and this may mean that we struggle to ground ourselves in the lower realms, and that mean that we struggle to communicate with others. It may mean that we struggle to be present. It may mean that we struggle to actually ground our ideas physically into reality. So at the moment you are being called to make sure that you are definitely grounding yourself. So first of all, before we even get into the reading, I'm just going to say you may want to, after this reading is finished, go out for a walk in nature. Make sure that you are going out somewhere that has some water. Make sure that you are going somewhere that has trees as well, and make sure that you are going somewhere that has lots and lots of lovely fresh air and animals. So with that being said, let's get into your tarot part of the reading. I am going to be using these crystal cards. This is the Crystal deck, I believe, by Jane Wallace. So, Spirit, what is going on with pile number 1 at the moment? Okay, so you are at the moment being called to remember that you are safe and protected. The universe is looking after you. The universe is telling you that you are, with the Four of Pentacles coming out, you don't have to have a guard up. You don't have to worry about financial insecurities. You are on the pathway to success. You don't have to worry about what other people are doing. You don't have to worry about, I'm getting the feeling that pile number 1, you are empath. So that is quite a lot to deal with. So you need to make sure that you are grounding yourself and, of course, looking after yourself. Again, definitely coming through. You need to make sure that you are grounding yourself. So at the moment, with the Ten of Cups coming out, you are someone who is a very secure, loving person. You're someone who has a lot going for you, pile number 1. You're someone who has a very big heart, and you have a very, very open heart as well. So you love all, I'm seeing. I'm getting that you don't discriminate against anyone. You love all, and you are willing and ready to accept everyone. So that's a really, really beautiful mind state to have. So I'm also getting that with the Ten of Cups, that at the moment you are seeking, if not you have already got, a higher level of commitment in your relationships, and you're really just enjoying the good life. You're really committing to yourself as well. So at the moment, you are hoping towards, with the Star coming out, you are hoping and inspired about new ideas. You're having new ideas, you've got new thoughts coming into your ideas, and you're on a positive track, to be honest. You're doing really well, and having this open-minded approach to life means that you will be more able to accept new possibilities that the universe tries to give to you, and when it actually hands them to you, you will know that it is meant for you. You will know that it couldn't possibly be for anybody else, because, well, it could be for someone else, but you will know that you are worthy of it, because you've got this open, positive approach towards life, and this is really positive. I'm getting the feeling that you've got quite a lot going on at the moment, and this is why you're feeling quite guarded. You've got quite a lot going on in your home life and in your personal life that is causing you to feel a bit possibly blocked off from taking this action that you need to take. But you are being guided and really inspired by spirit to keep going on the same track that you are on, because you are starting to uplift other people around you. And even if other people are evil eyeing you, or I'm getting the feeling that with the Four of Pentacles there are some conflicts that you may be having, not necessarily conflicts, but yeah, you are, again, with the Eight of Pentacles, you are at the moment really holding on to your own hopes and dreams and dedicating yourself towards those. You're starting to ground this in your present reality. And as we start to get into the second part of this reading, this is going to be really, really beautiful, because you're going to, I can already see what you're going to be called towards doing. I'm getting the feeling that for self-care activities, you are being called to make sure that you are looking after yourself first and foremost, so that you can look after other people, because I'm getting the feeling that you have a lot of ideas that are going to help the community around you. You're going to bring a lot of balance and a lot of harmony. With the Hierophant, you are starting to work in communion with spirit, you are starting to work with the divine, and you are starting to trust your own intuition. You're starting to actually really believe in your own self first and foremost. And this is really beautiful, because when you start to believe in yourself, you start to open new doors and opportunities. Again, this is a very transformative energy coming through for you guys. So making sure, first of all, that you are grounding yourself, because when you are going through a lot of transformation and a lot of change, you need to make sure that you are actually grounding yourself in your physical reality, because it can be difficult to actually put your ideas on paper. You need to make sure that this is actually something that you can do as part of your self-care activity, is making sure that you are keeping a journal of your thoughts, making sure that you are keeping a journal of your dreams, making sure that you are holding on to your own hopes and manifestations. So this is really lovely energy, part number one. Now let's get into the second part of your reading. Now let's ask Spirit what it is that you should be focusing on. We're going to use some traditional Rider-Waite tarot cards, or Rider-Waite. So what is it that pile number one should focus on, really, towards their self-healing? Okay, so again, this is coming through heavy energy. You need to focus on your manifestations at the moment. So if you can, definitely make sure that you are investing in a journal, or some kind of, excuse me, sorry, one moment. Some kind of notebook where you can actually keep track of what it is that you are trying to manifest. Now, you can do this with the moon cycles as well. As you cycle with the moon, you will be able to track your manifestations. So you will find possibly that if you start off your manifestations, you may not notice, if you're starting off, you may not notice for the first full moon, because your intentions may not be as pure as you had hoped that they would be. So if you keep on sowing your seeds with each new moon, so with every new moon period is when you need to sow your seeds, you need to make sure that you are observing what it is that you have been manifesting by the full moon period. This is when your manifestations are coming full fruition. So I'm seeing that you are being called towards manifesting something on your own at the moment. You're being called towards going off and choosing your own destiny. So there may be people around you who are worried about perhaps you going off and doing things by yourself because they are worried about losing you, or they are worried about you changing your personality. But your core personality is only actually going to get stronger. The more that you continue to learn who it is that you actually are on the inside, the more it is that you are actually going to be able to put these ideas into reality. The more it is that you are going to be able to create your own success. The more it is that you are going to be able to have your own desired reality. So this is really definitely fire energy coming through. But we've also got some cups. So we may have some Cancers, some Scorpios. We may also have Aquarius in here. We may also have Sagittarius. Excuse me. And we may also have some Taurus with the Hierophant and the Pentacles energy. Just take it how it resonates. But at the moment, you are being called to make sure that you are purging your own emotions. At the moment, again, you're going through, I'm not sure if I'm showing you them on my, with the King of Cups, sorry, and with the Death card coming out together like that, and with the Page of Cups. They all just kind of popped out, and I don't normally take them, but they're all quite similar energy, so I'll take them. So anyway, so the King of Cups talks about at the moment you're purging quite a lot of pain, you're purging quite a lot of emotion, which is energy that is in emotion. You're learning how to properly get on top of that, and you're learning how to properly manage your own emotions. And this is seeing you transform and change, and this is seeing you really want to start to look towards new ideas, new possibilities in life. You're starting to think, well, I could really be anything, I could really do anything. So at the moment, if I focus on myself, that's going to help me connect to other people. So at the moment, you are being called to focus on your own transformation and your own emotions. So this is going to help you essentially really be nurtured. This is really going to help you be the queen of your own castle. So now let's get some oracle cards to see. I was just talking about the moon phases, so let's get some moonology cards to see exactly where it is that you need to be working on in your self-care journey at the moment. You may also be being psychically attacked at the moment, so you may find that you are struggling to say your words properly. You may find that you are feeling insecure. You may find that you are unable to ground yourself again. So make sure that you are really focusing on what it is that you want, and making sure that you are not focusing on what it is that other people may be saying or doing behind your back or in front of you. So wow, this is lovely energy with the new moon in Libra that just came through, that just happened. I think this was a very transformative time for you, because this is saying a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So what I can see with this is that at the moment you are going through new cycles. It may not necessarily be romantic, it may actually be with your business, it may be with family partnerships, it may be with new ideas that you are just forming. But at the moment, these are new cycles that are just beginning. Take this however it resonates, whatever time it is. It may not be a new moon, sorry, but just take it however it resonates, because you are going through, again, with the Death card coming out next to this, you are going through a lot of changes and a lot of transformations. So you are being called to make sure that you are grounding yourself. As we are ascending, you need to make sure that you're drinking enough, eating enough, making sure that you're just really staying well. You can't fill up other people's cups until you fill up your own cups first, because you are a very, very loving person, pile number one. you are a very beautiful divine feminine. There are so many cards that are coming out to suggest this. Very, very, very pink, purple, blue energy. So I'm getting the feeling that you are in your higher chakras at the moment. But this is good in a way because you are developing your intuition, but you also need to make sure that you are grounding yourself in your physical reality as well. So it is important to make sure that you are taking the time that is needed for yourself, making sure that you are having lots of baths, making sure that you're doing lots of divine feminine baths. You can check out my other channel. I don't mean to talk about it like that, but you can actually check out my other channel and see how to do some love spells and some divine feminine baths, and that would be nice for you. I think I think you're quite a soft, nurturing pile, so I'll leave this with your pile with your pile selection so that you can see. I'll also leave a song. I'll leave a song with all the piles anyway, but I definitely feel I've gone shy. Sorry, I feel a bit shy that you're going to be watching my personal channel, but anyway, that doesn't matter. This is about you, not me, and I feel like this would help you. I'll leave the link to the Divine Feminine bath actually. I feel like getting yourself in a really nice, sweet smelling, if you've got some aromatherapy oils, nice sweet smelling bath, get yourself some flower petals, get them in your bath. That would be really nice for you, pile number 1. So yeah, definitely maybe a Scorpio or a Libra as well, because at the moment you're being called to work through your fears. Depending on when you watch this, this is actually the Libra, this is actually the Scorpio season. We've just been through the Libra season. Anyway, at the moment, depending on when you watch this, but no matter when you watch this, you're being called to cycle through your own fears. And when you run a bath, when you get into a bath, it will make you feel safe and secure, so that you can actually start to purge these emotions, so that you can start to work through them, so that you can start to work out where it is that you want to go next, so that you can start to actually ground these manifestations in reality. Because I'm getting the feeling that pile number 1, you have some really, really big ideas. The candles just started flickering, so this is confirming that you have a lot of big, bright, bold ideas that are going to transform the whole world around you. I'm getting the feeling that you have a lot of ideas that are going to help other humans around you, and you're going to be working in a field or a sector that is to do with other humans. Just take that however it resonates, but when I'm saying humans, I'm getting the feeling that you may be a doctor, you may be a scientist actually, you may be someone who is coming out with new scientific factors that no one has ever thought about before. You may be someone who is actually a biologist. I'm getting the feeling, just take it however it resonates, but this may be something that you are interested in actually learning more about, because you may be interested in the world around you, or you may just be someone who is interested in looking after plants. You may be interested in herbology. Sorry that such random messages are coming through, but this sometimes happens when I'm channeling. Anyway, but you may also be someone who works in the health sector. Again, this may be also holistic health. You may also be someone who makes, I'm getting, you may be a holistic healer, but I'm getting the feeling of someone who actually is making herbal tinctures in specific. I'm getting the feeling that you are someone who maybe identifies as a witch. Just take that however it resonates, but yeah, and that's why I will also leave the link to my other profile, because there I have got some love spells on there. Also the love spells that I do, I always make sure that they're not binding love spells. So I think that's something that's also quite important to mention. You may be someone who resonates as a white witch. So I just thought that this may be something that this energy may come through for you. So yeah, make sure that when you are doing spells that you are purifying and clearing your own intentions. So yes, now let's get some closing messages with these angel prayers to see exactly what your guardian angels want you to know at this time. This is going to help you for really ascending and becoming the queen and the main character of your own life. I'm getting the feeling that you may be someone who is starting to read a lot more. You may be someone who's starting to pick up on more scripture. So this is actually positive, and the divine is telling you that this is something that you should carry on doing because you're finding out more about yourself through this. And yeah, at the moment, really, you are being called to live your joy. So this is really, really beautiful energy. This is very nurturing, divine feminine energy. This is very sensual, very sexual energy, actually. So your angels really want you to just let go and just thank the angels for supporting you as you let go and live in your own joy. Don't let anyone else tell you who you can and can't be. Don't let anyone else try and restrict you. You may want to do some karmic cleanses. This is definitely going to help you to become the queen of your own castle. Yeah, and you also may want to rewatch this and take notes of what has come up today, because you may find that this is going to help you a lot in the upcoming months and weeks that you have ahead. Whatever it is that you are cycling through, just know that you are being divinely supported and guided right now. So yeah, this is all that I am going to get to for you today. Don't forget to go out into nature, because the bottom deck energy for you, pile number 1, is the miracle of nature, and your energy is coming through as an earth angel. So your statement is to thank your angels for helping me to reconnect with nature and fresh air. So yeah, maybe you may be watching this while you are traveling outside at the moment, or maybe you may be going out, but make sure that you are taking time to ground yourself in nature at least once a day. So see you later, pile number 1. Thank you for watching. If it resonated, let me know down below. Thank you. See you later. Bye. With your self-care message, please see down below. The link will also be with the other links. Sorry about that, pile number 1. You'll understand. Well, actually, I figured if there are any of you still left in here, I might as well do it now. I'm going to open this book on a random page, and I'm going to get a self-care message for you, number 1, particularly tuned into your energy. So I'm just going to tap into the collective energy and just pick a page. Okay, that doesn't have a header, so I'm not going to go with that page. I'll go on to the next page. This has got a quote. It is only in knowing ourselves that we can care for ourselves effectively. So yeah, that was kind of already coming through earlier on in the reading. This is a message to say basically that you need to take time learning about what it is that you actually like, who it is that you actually are as a person. Then you will be able to care for other people more effectively, and you will also be able to care for yourself more effectively, because you will understand what it is that you actually like. So the more that you are able to care for yourself, the more you will then be able to care for other people as a reflection upon the care that you've been putting in yourself. You'll be able to give them accurate advice based on their own individual circumstances. Thank you for watching, pile number 1. Sorry that I was so jumbled and mixed around with your reading today. See you next time, and I will only leave the link to my other channel down below for you guys. So see you next time. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Hello, good afternoon, pile number 2. This is your reading. If you chose based on the amethyst or the card that was the Be Strong, Be Fearless, Be Beautiful by Misty Copeland, this is your reading today. So I can already tell intuitively that you are the seer pile. So I was told just before doing this reading that this collective energy is the energy that are my clairvoyants. So this means that you can see things before they are coming. So you are particularly strong at this. If you keep working on this, you will be able to improve this ability. So you need to keep really working on this at the moment. Is definitely your first self-care message, is that you need to try and harness your own clairvoyant abilities. So today I am going to be getting some Crystal Power cards by Jane Wallace. This is our tarot cards. To find out exactly, I'm not going to be taking reversals. This is to find out what you can do to focus on your own self-care and healing at the moment. So the first thing that I can see with the Knight of Swords coming out is that you need to focus on your own healing at the moment. You need to focus and prioritize yourself. So you need to make sure that you are acting with good intentions and that you are looking after yourself first and foremost, because at the moment you may be engaging in lower vibrational behaviors because you are too busy worrying about what other people are doing, and you're worrying about I can see that you're worried that you think that thought being the operative word with the sword card here. You think that other people are against you. I'm getting the feeling that you are thinking that other people are against you, but this isn't actually true. Other people are just focusing on their own life, and the more you focus on your own life, the more you are going to actually be able to grow and flourish. So this is a really beautiful lesson. So also, at the moment, you're being called to tap into your own inner child. You're being called to really let go and be in this free, loving energy so that you can uplift and inspire your own self, so that you can start to have new ideas, so that you can start to be creative again. Because if you have blockages in your own inner child, you may have blockages, well, actually, you may have blockages in your other aspects of your life, because you won't be able to, you won't be able to ground yourself unless you have all of the aspects of your personality transmuted and healed. You won't be able to, so the words that are coming through, I'm struggling to find the words for, give me a moment. You have to be a whole person. In order to move forwards into the future, you have to be a whole person. So you have to take into account the needs of your own inner child. You have to take into account your own critical parent. You have to take into account your own wounded warrior. You have to take into account all aspects of your personality so that you can actually move forwards, so that you don't stay stuck. So rather than focusing on what it is that happened that was bad in your past, go back and think about the memories that were good. Go back and think about all of the good things that did happen in your past, rather than focusing on the negatives. Really choose your battles carefully. Coming out next to the Knight of Swords like this, I can see that you are being called right now to make sure that you are focusing on your own success and your own happiness, because you are fearless and you are strong. So the more that you tap into this energy, the more that you will be able to embody it. So right now you may not necessarily feel strong, but the more that you start to tell yourself, I am strong, the more that you affirm it to yourself, the more that it will start to ground itself in your reality. So you're being called right now to listen to those around you and to act with integrity. So Don't try and strike out and hurt other people's feelings. Don't try and engage in low vibrational egoic behavior because you feel like you may one up someone else or that you may win a prize. Just focus on the relationships that you do have that are in front of you at the moment. Focus on the happiness and the abundance that you do have that is in front of you, because the more that you follow your own inner knowing, the more that you will be able to tap into your own intuition, because I feel like you are a bit blocked off from your own intuition. You're very emotional. You've got a lot of emotions coming through, but not a lot of earth energy and not a lot of fire energy. So at the moment you need to make sure that you are purging and working through your emotions so that you can actually manifest the dream reality that you would actually like, and making sure that you are putting up defenses against evil eyes as well, making sure that you are clearing your own intentions, because I feel like you may have the tendency to be psychically attacked. You may have other people who are quite jealous of you, and so you need to make sure that you are just really following your own inner knowing, just really focusing on your own self. So now let's head into the second part of this reading today, and let's find out exactly what it is that you can focus on for your healing. That was the overview of what is going on in your life at the moment. So you've got quite a lot going on, but you're starting to think clearly rather than always choosing your emotional side. You're starting to be more rational, which is really positive. So now moving on to the self-care part of your reading. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are setting a firm, stable home for yourself at the moment. Making sure that you, again, this is coming through. Someone is definitely evil-eyeing your home. Someone is envious of you. Someone is upset, and you need to make sure that you are really getting in touch with your own emotions right now, rather than focusing on what other people may or may not be saying about you behind your back, because you have a lot of success going for you. You have a lot of good things, but the more that you focus on other people, the more that you focus on the way that things could have been, or the way that you focus on the lack that you don't have, the less you are going to be able to tap into what it is that you actually would like. So I feel like you can see what it is that you would like for yourself, but you are unable to ground it in reality yet, because you have just got a lot of things that you need to go through in order to get to this next part of your journey. So right now, making sure that you are setting your own boundaries, making sure that you are keeping your own distance from people that don't want you to thrive, making sure that you are setting energetic boundaries as well as physical boundaries is really going to help you. I can see that you are going to have a lot of success if you ground your emotions, because power number 2, you are at the moment, you're really focusing on other people, and you're really feeling very stuck and stagnant, and you're feeling like you feel like other people are to blame for the way that you are, or the way that your life is right now, but that's not actually true. You are entirely to blame for the way your life is. You are the reason why your life has gone down this way. Even if other people have had karmic ties to you, even if other people have done things that you have not wanted, it is entirely up to you to take responsibility for your reaction to those things. It is entirely up to you to take responsibility for your reaction, for your actions as well as your reactions. So right now, you really need to make sure that you are focusing on yourself. I feel like if you can, do some meditations, do some grounding work, because you really need to make sure that you have your own best interests at heart at the moment. And there's no way to tell what your own best interests are unless you're taking the time for yourself that is needed. So you need to make sure that you are grounding yourself, going out to nature, making sure that you are eating enough, making sure that you are thinking enough, making sure that you are taking time to actually think, because sometimes we can get caught up in the fast track of today's society that we go all the time, especially as so many of us are now doing a lot more work. Many of us are, I feel like you are someone who may be working 2 jobs, or you may be balancing a family life as well as working a 9 to 5. So because many of us feminines nowadays are really, we're balancing a lot of different things. It means that I don't mean to be like timist or sexist or anything like that, because this is for both females and males. Like, if you want to be the queen of your castle and you're a male, feel free to watch these videos. These are sexless. However, I do feel like this is probably going to be a more female orientated audience. However, just take it however it resonates. You can just take it, because I do not discriminate against anyone. But anyway, I feel like you are, I don't want to be sexist, but you are someone who is a divine feminine, a very nurturing, loving person. So at the moment, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom deck, at the moment you are being guided towards laying your own foundations down and looking at your own opportunities that you can create for yourself, rather than trying to keep ahead in today's society, making sure that you are actually taking the time that is needed for yourself. So now I am going to go into some moonology cards to see any suggested moon rituals or any kind of things that are going on with you in the moon's energies right now. These are some really lovely oracle cards. I like these ones. So at the moment, this is similar to pile number 1. You may want to check out pile number 1 if you haven't checked out pile number 1. But at the moment, you're being called with the new moon in Scorpio to work through your fears. You're being called to open up and really start to work on your own shadow self. If you are someone who does shadow work, then carry on doing this. And if you're someone who doesn't do shadow work, then you are being guided to learn about shadow work and start to look at doing it, because this is a way that you can actually start to have a lot more harmony and balance in your own life. And it may help you to feel less resentful, and it may help you to hold on to the past a lot less. It may help you to feel less trapped in your current circumstances as well. So this is really, really lovely, knowing that Spirit is offering you this for your healing right now. So a win-win outcome is actually really forecast right now. So no matter what happens, you are going to have balance. You are going to have stability. With the full moon in Libra, you are going to have a lot of peace. You're going to have a lot of new beginnings, and you're going to have a good outcome. You're going to have a good, abundant, plentiful life. No matter what pathway you go down, you are going to actually have a very joyous life. So it doesn't really matter about what is going on right now towards what is going to happen at the end game of your life. I know it may really hurt while you were going through the motions and while you were going through these life lessons. It really hurts, I know, but the more that you start to open up, and the more you start to heal yourself, the more you will understand that these things had to happen for a reason, and you are actually being guided towards a brighter new beginning. So this is really, really lovely energy coming through, and you are being guided towards working through your own fears, making sure that you are doing shadow work. You may want to check out some shadow work teachers on the internet as well, because you are definitely someone who is dealing with quite a lot of pain, which is leading you to feel very trapped and very stuck in your ways. You're feeling like you're repeating karmic cycles, which you don't want to be doing. So yeah, pile number 2, you need to make sure that you're doing some shadow work. Now we're going to get some angel prayers and messages from, okay, we'll just take one, so I will reshuffle, from your guardian angels to see what it is that you can focus on for your own self-care and healing right now. Whoa, I'm just going to take a sip of my drink before I check out what that card was. Okay, so this is a sign from heaven. Whatever it is that you are thinking about in your intuition right now, know that you are on the right pathway. You are getting signs and messages for a reason, and Spirit is trying to show you things for a reason. So the more that you carry on healing your own self, the more that you are going to be able to receive these same signs and synchronicities. So just take a moment to thank heaven for sending you reminders of its presence, because you never really know what kind of things are going to be coming into your life. But the more that you are open to success, the more that you are grateful, and the more that you are thankful for the things that you have, however small or however big, the more that you will be able to get your own dream reality. The more that you will actually be able to ground your dream reality permanently as well. So honor your own feelings, really work on your own integrity right now. Make sure that you are acting with your own truth, making sure that you are clearing out any blockages in your higher heart chakra. This is what this card is really showing me. So Archangel Haniel, I don't know how to say this, but Archangel Haniel is coming through right now. Haniel? It might be Haniel. Archangel Haniel is coming through right now to tell you to make sure that you are working through your own truth, making sure that you are honoring your own feelings, and making sure that you are grounding and healing yourself. So thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So I am now going to be getting a message from this self-care project book to see one last healing message for you. I'm going to pick on a random page just to see. Okay, so at the moment you're being called to take little tiny baby steps towards your goal. I can already see that. So you're being called at the moment towards just taking really small, maintainable, achievable steps towards your desired reality. Don't try and rush into things. Don't try and take any big steps, because you may frighten yourself and you may not be able to support this in the long term. But the more that you take these little tiny baby steps, the more that you are actually going to be able to have success. So let's get some tarot stickers to, well, okay. Yeah, again, making sure that you are, with the Ake ball, making sure that you are looking after yourself, eating some nurturing, yummy foods, and just really grounding yourself in the present moment, making sure that you are loving yourself, eating lots of whole foods, making sure that you are looking after yourself from the inside out so that you can shine your light across the whole world around you. So this has been a really lovely reading. I've really loved reading your energy today. Thank you very much for letting me in and letting me read your energy. Thank you. I hope that it resonated with you, and I hope that you have found healing messages through it. See you next time. Please like and subscribe, and comment down below if it resonated. Thank you. Bye. Oh. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful piece of lapis lazuli, then this is your reading. So your quote is, "Keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground." This is by Theodore Roosevelt. So this message is all about remembering to ground yourself in the present moment, remembering to be captivated in the present beauty of the moment rather than always worrying about the future or always worrying about the past, because I'm feeling pile 3 that you may be someone who often worries about the future or the past quite a lot rather than simply allowing the present moment to just be. So at the moment, with the Page of Pentacles, you're being called to actually be open to new ideas that are coming in. You're being called to be open to new things that you're thinking of doing. If you're thinking of new opportunities that you could go on, new work opportunities that you could do, new business ideas, this is a really good idea right now. If you're thinking about how you could manage your time a little bit better, this is also a really good idea. So making sure that you are really focusing on yourself, this is really going to help you. But I can see that this is kind of what you're already doing. And yes, with the 10 of Cups, I can see pile 3 that you are someone who is definitely, you are going through a bit emotionally. So this is a 3-part reading, by the way. So the first part of the reading, I will be discussing what exactly is going on in your life. Then the second part, I will be discussing the self-care activities that you need to do to balance your energy levels out. So yeah, you have got quite a lot going on. I feel like you've got quite a lot of good things. You've got quite a lot of love going on. You've got quite a lot of business going on, and you've got quite a lot of new time coming up on your hands, and you've got quite a lot of happiness with your family. You're in quite a good, stable point in your life right now. So this is really good. You are a contrast to all of the other piles, to be honest. And yeah, with the 9 of Pentacles coming out again, you are able to really take your time and focus on yourself. You're really able to start to balance again your energy out. You're able to focus on what it is that you actually want yourself. You're able to, right now at the moment, have more spare time for yourself. I'm getting the feeling that you are someone who is quite interested in this reading because you are someone who is, you've got quite a lot of spare time on your hand. Anyway, so now I will grab some, I just used the Crystal Oracle deck by Jane Wallace. Now I'll grab some Angel Tarot, sorry. Just use the Crystal Tarot, now I'll get the Angel Tarot cards. So for pile number 3, whoa, that was quick. Okay, so at the moment you are being called, we're going into the second part of the reading now. So what is it that you need to do to start to balance out your energy? You need to grieve, you need to let go of the past. With the 5 of Cups, traditionally this card talks about letting go of what no longer serves you, so that you can bring in the new new so that you can have new balance. So this is really lovely. This is good. So it's a good idea. So if you can write down what you're feeling at the moment. It's a good idea to write down, if you have a book of shadows, it's a good idea to write in your book of shadows exactly what it is that you're feeling, because when you're going through a grieving process, it is important to make sure that you are actually getting clear with exactly how you are feeling. So it's a good thing that you're actually watching this tarot reading today, and it's a good idea that you probably are doing some meditations, and it's a good idea to make sure that you're drinking enough water and eating enough right now, because especially with I also played grounding music for you guys because I felt that you guys, out of all of the energies, you are definitely the most family orientated, and you are the most like stable energy overall, but there is a need to overall ground yourself, because at the moment you may be going through, as I say, there's a lot of looking towards your past, looking towards perhaps things that you are grieving the loss of, but you are finding your own inner strength. With the Strength card, you are finding your own inner strength. Usually this card can talk about overcoming things or anything like that, but I can see this is you coming into balance with yourself. You are finding your own heart, you are finding your own truth, and you are finding your own beauty. So you are being courageous and you are standing up in your own truth right now. You are a very integral person. I feel like you are someone who is very truthful, very honest. You are someone who has a lot of pride in who you are, and this is really, really beautiful. Lovely energy to be coming through right now. So wow, with the Queen of Wands, you are starting to manifest, and this is what will really help you with your current energies. So it's going to help you. I thought that was a candle. That's why I freaked out if you saw me jump. Wow. Anyway, sorry, pile number 3. Anyway, so I am seeing that you are being called at the moment to really focus on your own abundance. You're really being called to focus on your own passions, what it is that you actually like. This is really focusing on what it is that your strengths are, and focusing on what it is that you are good at creating, focusing on what it is that you are actually good at doing. We'll see you having actually quite a lot of financial freedom for yourself. So I'm getting the feeling, pile number 3, that you may not be feeling that you will be having a lot of financial freedom at the moment. However, when you find your own inner truth and you start to stand up in your own light, this is actually going to see you having quite a lot of success. So yeah, really, I feel like overall this energy that's coming through for you guys is definitely an energy of standing up in your own light, because you guys are a very, very strong pile. You're very intuitive. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot in your past, and you're not letting that stop you. You are actually really standing strong because of it, and you're starting to create new things now. You're really starting to you're very fertile. The Queen of Wands is a very fertile card. If you're not looking towards having any children at the moment, make sure that you are using protection if you're sexually active, because you're very fertile and you can channel this into whatever you want. And I'm getting the feeling that you are maybe a starseed energy coming out. Just take it however it resonates. But you are a very hopeful pile. You've got a lot of hope. I mean, you have a lot of hope in your heart right now, and you really are wanting a new beginning, and this is really lovely energy. And so while you're grounding yourself, this is another really important thing. While you're grounding yourself, you're going to find that you are able to see these new ideas that are coming into your mind. You're able to see the truth of the situation around you, and you're able to give yourself the proper time and attention that is needed. So with the Knight of Wands coming out again, I can see that you are starting to manifest quite a lot of things, and whether you carry on down the pathway that you are currently on, or whether you go on a new pathway, you are most likely going to have a lot of success in this lifetime. Pile number 3. You need to hold on to your hopes and your visions, and yeah, with the Devil coming out in reverse, you need to get rid of this lower vibrational energy, because there is a little bit of low vibrational energy coming in. So I don't know if this is someone who you are dealing with, who you are attracted to, or who is feeding off of your energy right now, but you are being called to stand in your own divine light, because energy vampires cannot and they will not get to you if you are standing in your own divine light, because it's Reiki energy, it's free energy, baby. So yeah, at the moment, you're being called not to focus on your lack mentality so much. I'm guessing you have been used to dealing your whole life with a scarcity kind of mind state, and this has caused you, maybe you've been caught up in poverty. I didn't want to necessarily say that, but I'll say whatever I'm seeing. Maybe you have been caught up in poverty, and maybe you have been struggling to actually just find a way for yourself. And now that you are starting to ground yourself in the present reality, now that you have got a lot of resources around you, you are starting to realize that you are able to have whatever it is really that you want, and that's beautiful. That's really beautiful, and it doesn't really matter if other people are trying to tell you that you cannot be whatever it is that you are trying to be, because when you start to look after yourself, and when you start to hold on to your own passions, you will actually have this life that it is that you are desiring for yourself, whatever that may look like for you. This is just a general reading, but I'm getting the feeling that you may want some children. Just take it however it resonates, but you will be able to have this beautiful life. The reason I'm saying that is because the Queen of Wands is coming out with the King of Pentacles coming out underneath, and the Devil energy in reverse. I'm just getting the overall feeling that you may want children, but you don't feel like it's the right time at the moment. At the moment, while you are building up your resources and you are focusing on the life that it is that you really desire, make sure that you are channeling this creative energy into other things, making sure that you are channeling this energy into things that you have in your present reality, rather than holding on to the things that you don't have in this scarcity mind state. Sorry about that, pile number 3. I was missing some cards. So I want to now get some Moonology cards. These are oracle cards to see exactly what it is, again, that you can really do to get more into your queen energy. What it is that you can focus on right now. Whoa. Okay, I don't think Spirit wanted me to take that one, to be honest. Because I kind of shuffled it and then picked it myself, and then Spirit was like, well, don't take that one. Okay. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So you're being called to communicate with others with this upcoming new moon period. You're being called to make sure that you are, as you're sowing seeds, making sure that you are keeping communication lines that you are relying on. So making sure that it doesn't matter if you are needing other people sometimes. It doesn't matter if you want other people to talk to, and it doesn't matter if you need other people for emotional support. That's perfectly fine. And it doesn't matter if you need other people for love, and it doesn't matter if you need other people for passion. So don't feel guilty, pile number 3. That's something that you need to get out of your way so that you can properly communicate with other people. And believe in the impossible. With this blue moon card, you're being called to believe in the impossible right now. Perhaps you're somebody who thinks that things aren't going to align for you because you have been putting quite a lot of work towards your manifestations for quite a long time, and it hasn't really been working out. So you're thinking, well, where is my reward? Where is my pentacle? And actually, Spirit is saying that you have to believe in it before it comes in. You have to actually believe in it wholeheartedly. You have to act as if it is already happening. You have to really behave as if this is already in your life. So you have to start living the way that you already want to be living in your desired reality. You have to start aligning yourself to your own truth rather than waiting for someone else to come and do it for you. Now I'm going to get some angel prayer messages to see what your angels want to say about you guys, but also what they want to give you messages about your healing. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if you can see, but I was having a drink of tea. Okay, Spirit, can you please guide me towards what pile number 3 needs to do in their self-healing journey? You need to stop criticizing others, because that's the second time this has happened now. And I'm just getting the feeling that you're someone who, instead of communicating with others, you're worrying about what others think about you, and you're thinking about what other people are doing too much. So at the moment you are receiving quite a lot of signs and synchronicity. Trust in yourself. You may also feel called to watching pile number 1 as well, because there was a very similar overtone. However, not so much of grounded, earthy energy. But anyway, so every time you do actually see a sign and synchronicity, make sure that you are thanking and welcoming your spirit guides and angels, and just thanking the divine for showing you these messages, thanking heaven, thanking your loved ones that may have gone before you. Again, stop criticizing others. Just allow your own energy to grow now, especially with this upcoming new moon period. You need to believe in your own self. You need to believe in yourself. You need to stop worrying about maybe those who have gone before you. Maybe they have not, maybe the things that you want to do, maybe they have not been successful in it. Well, you don't need to worry about what other people have and haven't been successful in. You need to worry about your own self. You need to worry about what is actually working well for you. You need to work on your own inner strength at the moment, because at the moment, while you may be grieving the loss of something, you may also be focusing on what other people have. Again, you may be in a lack mind state, so you may want to do some meditation on how to get into a more abundant mind state. You may also want to tap into your higher self more. You may be struggling to tap into your higher self at the moment. So yeah, just at the moment, make sure that you are being thankful for the messages that you are receiving from the spirit realm. So Archangel Chamuel wants you to open your heart. So right now, Archangel Chamuel is coming in to help you remove barriers that are actually in your heart, that are blocking you, that are stopping you from connecting with others, that are stopping you from actually reaching your highest potential. So thank you, Chamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. This is an affirmation that you can say every time you feel yourself getting anxious, every time you start to feel your barriers start to build back up again. Just thank Archangel Chamuel for helping you to remove the blockages and to remove any barriers. So yes, this has been a really lovely reading today. Now I am going to get some self-care messages from the book. So, well, it's okay. This book is called The Self-Care Project, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it on a random page and see if there's a message in it for you. If not, then I will go to the next relevant page that there is a message or a quote or a picture on. But, yes, one moment. This way we can really get a personalised message for you and your collective energy. So I'm just going to tap into pile 3's energy. Okay, that was pretty quick. Again, you're very certain on what it is you want. So at the moment you're being called to bake. So through baking something, you will probably find that you are able to reconnect to your inner child essence. You'll also be able to connect to your divine femininity, and you'll also be able to create something that is really nurturing for your mind, body and your soul. So also in this book it is saying the smell of home-baked goodness, the process, the nostalgia, the tasting. So yes, the smell of it cooking in the air is also really beautiful, because when you smell that beautiful, if you put cinnamon in, it reminds you of home, it gives you that warm, nurturing, loving feeling, and it makes you just feel really happy, healed and healthy. And while you are actually going through the process of baking, it helps you to let go of old limiting beliefs, and it helps you to align yourself with your current destiny, and it also helps you to create. So it helps you to ground things into physical reality. So it helps you to actually heal your root chakra at the same time. So this is really positive. Now I am just going, oh, they're not, one moment. Sorry about that, pile number 3, I had to get your stickers. Here we go. So now I am seeing you need to connect to your own self-love as well. So again, opening your heart chakra will help you to connect with your own self-love, connecting with your inner child. Also, this will help you to connect with children around you and to nurture children around you. So making sure that you are staying divinely guided right now, making sure that you are staying connected to the divine, making sure that you are putting your own plans into motion. This is going to help you really start to manifest the dream that you wish to see. So with that being said, this has been today's reading. I have enjoyed reading for you today. If you wanted to read watch any of the other readings, feel free to go back and watch them. However, I don't recommend overloading yourself in tarot, but you may also watch some of the other readings that are on my channel. There are some little shorts that will help you get in touch with your intuition. based on your circumstances. I will also be doing different ones coming up. So you may want to subscribe and like. In fact, I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. So yeah, you can always know when I'm uploading. Also, if you click the notification bell, that will help you to know when I'm uploading. And leave a comment down below if it resonated, because I always love to see your stories. I always love to see how it resonated for you. I always love to see how I have managed to help people, if I have managed to help people, and it helps to build my intuition as well as building your intuition at the same time. So thank you for watching this reading today. Love, luck and peace. Namaste. See you in the next reading. Goodbye.